This is Pomona Remembers, and today we have a special guest, Joyce Beatrice from her YouTube channel, Mystic Soul Insights. She is an astrologer and an HCRV practitioner. She and I are collaborating together on the royals. I keep getting hits on the royal family and doing card readings for the royal family. Joyce is looking at their charts at this time, and we're going to see what Joyce has to say. This should be very interesting.
Hi, thank you. I've been really enjoying your series on the Royals, Mona. It's been
Thank
so good. And it's interesting because a lot of the things that you were talking about comes up in their charts.
Oh,
So
wow.
I've really taken a deep dive into the charts of Kate and William. And I think
Okay.
everybody should probably be interested in hearing about it. So I'm interested in telling. You should-
Awesome. I'm really looking forward to hearing it.
So where would you like me to start?
Well, first, how about I start because I wanted to share this with you and the audience, and this is I know that you use some very interesting ways to talk about special days and stuff, and that specifically the imprints on every single day of the year that you were talking about.
Yeah.
So, so when I was getting ready for our meeting together, my spirit guides were like, "Go and get your art book to show to Joyce," because this is an art piece that I um that came. I've been trying to figure out what to put on this book for a very, very long time. And it just so happened that on the day that the Queen passed away, I got this picture, this download came to me, and I
Uh-huh.
put it on the book. I finally, after years and years and years of carrying this journal around, I got a picture of it. And so this is what came when the Queen passed away. And I was going to write originally changed instead of evolved. And my spirit guides were like, change. That sounds a lot like chains. Do you still want to be in chains? And I was like,
No.
what? So then they were like, evolved. And then they made sure that I made a lot of focus on the love portion.
Uh-huh.
And then this is the picture that came through that I put on here. And it was very much like the ocean and like Mother Nature, the force of Mother Nature was coming to take care of some business. That was the energy that came through when the day that she passed away. And I will leave it there for interpretation, for entertainment purposes only. But I would love to hear what you have found about uh, Princess Anne. I know that you have been really focused in on that energy. Um, I know that I did have a series, and that's why I wanted to talk to you and get some more clarity. And then we were gonna maybe read some more with cards
Okay.
later if you wanted to.
Okay. Do you want me to talk about Princess Anne right now?
Yes, please. If
Okay. Well, I had a dream. And in my dream, I had an old friend and I had found this old friend, but all of a sudden I got this flash of a picture in my head and it started out being my old friend, but it wasn't. It was Princess Anne. And she had a blue hat on and she was smiling and looking right at me. And the hat was interesting and I'd never seen her in that hat. And I got the message that it was the Queen's hat. And so that kind of led me to want to know more about Princess Anne because I don't know much about the royals at all.
no,
So
me neither.
I did Princess Anne's chart. And
Mm,
you know what? Jupiter is the planet for the royals. It's for the king. It's for the
okay.
queen. And she has that in her fourth house. And I think you'll find this is interesting because if I look at any other charts today, I'll be talking about where their Jupiters lie. And so it's in her fourth house. She was born into it. That's the house that she was born into. And she's a Libra rising, and she has got the most wonderful grand trine in her chart between Jupiter, Uranus, and Mars. And unlike some of the other charts I've looked at, her chart is just blessed. She's got Venus at the midheaven, which means it's all about love for her. She
Mm,
she loves her family, and she was knowing from the time she was born that was going to be her profession. That is her profession. And in her 10th house of profession, she has her Pluto conjunct her sun. And that's quite a powerful conjunction. Um, so she had her times as a teenager where she kind of, strut her stuff and had little mini skirts on. And, the queen didn't like that very much. But, she was a girl of the 70s, and she's just a little bit older than I am. And so she has that. And then she has the moon, Mercury, and Saturn conjunct in her 11th house. She has old friends. She's got great ideas. She really cares about people. And once again, she has got Neptune in the 12th. So she has that, her rising sign being Libra. Her main planet is Venus, and that's at her midheaven.
yeah.
So there you go. That's the ruler of her chart, and that's her. So I could see her doing that. She's also got her North Node conjunct her Venus. Um, she knows where she's trying to get to, and that is she's compassionate. Um, she's compassionate about what she does and other people. And when I looked at some of the other charts, she would be one that really could understand Megan.
Mm-hmm.
And she could really empathize with Kate as well.
Yeah.
So anyway, I could see that that's possibly, she's ready. She could do it, and she'd be excellent. And even if it's just temporary while things get settled, that
Yes.
would be great. I think there's like a cohort or something like that, that they're a position where um, people can come in and run things and make sure it's going well while the king either recuperates or makes his decision on what he's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I picked up when I was reading on her, I very much picked up on how absolutely capable she is. She could have stepped in at any time for her mother and it would have been seamless. I feel that's the energy that I feel from her. She knows her mother taught her everything. Her
right,
mother taught her everything. Yeah. And they had a very, very, yeah, her and her mother. Hmm.
they were very
Right.
close. They were
Hmm.
very close, but like mothers and girls, she
Yeah.
didn't. Yeah, it's got to be hard growing up a royal, right? And
Oh,
having your own ideas and wanting to follow the fashions. Yeah. So yeah, I thought that was very good. But I looked at her chart and thought, oh wow, yes. And I also saw that her Jupiter, which is the sign of the king, the planet of kings, it's in conjunct her midheaven. So she, if she was going to have a relationship and have be the leader, it's nothing that she had planned or ever thought of. But she was ready. She knew she had to be ready. And with that Mars in her first house, and her part of fortune, both in Scorpio, she was ready. She has the energy for it. Also, that Mars, I saw a lot of pictures of her in her military uniform.
right.
She was in the military, and so was the queen.
Hmm.
And so she followed in her mother's footsteps and was in the military for a while. I thought that was really interesting. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
It helps with her knowledge of how things run, how things go, and what's important.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think we need more female leaders.
I think you are very right.
because especially the ones that are knowledgeable, and we have plenty of really smart cookies out there. There's a
Yeah.
lot of really good people.
Yes, I agree.